Another thing he discusses in great detail is what's called the public. Kierkegaard claims that the public is a new creation of the modern era. Again, it's probably a byproduct of the media and the press. The public is, sometimes he calls them the they. The public is no one in particular. There's no one you could pick out who's the public, right? It's just the they, okay? The claim is, according to Kierkegaard, we're all prisoners of the public. That is to say, we wear certain clothes, we watch certain movies, we do certain things because they expect it of us. But they is no one in particular. You can't find the they. So you take a group of people, look at each person, none of them is a they. The they is always the other people. And so we have a society now, according to Kierkegaard, where people watch movies or read books, not because they want to watch that movie or read the books, because it's on the bestseller list. Just being on the bestseller list makes the movie popular. But why would that matter? It's because we are prisoners of the they. All these are results, all these are the effect of having an impersonal relationship to our own lives. The result is, according to Kierkegaard, is that because we're disconnected from our own subjectivity, it really makes no difference who's talking. All of our talk has become gossip, chatter. Okay? We often just want to be the first person to know, to tell something else. It's not subjectivity meeting subjectivity. It's the they talking. Kierkegaard's main interest in talking about the they and the public and the media and the rise of the impersonal and the decline of subjectivity is his concern about Christianity. Kierkegaard thinks we have this impersonal attitude toward Christianity. Kierkegaard is a Christian, but Kierkegaard thinks Christians today have lost Christianity. In fact, Christianity is lost. It has forgotten its way. Christianity, according to Kierkegaard, is a specific type of spiritual engagement, but it has become a doctrine, something you can memorize, something that is easy to grasp, a set of ideas. For Kierkegaard, this is a form of paganism, and church has become theaters. The following is a typical passage of Kierkegaard on this topic. The following is from his diary. He writes the following: A young girl of 16 is her confirmation day. Among the many tasteful and beautiful gifts she also receives the New Testament in a very pretty binding. Now, that is what one may call Christianity! Exclamation point. To tell the truth, no one expects, and probably rightly, that she, any more than anybody else, will read it, or at any rate, not in a primitive way. By primitive way, he means in a subjective way, where you're offended by certain things, you honor certain things, you're angry, you agree, you disagree, you're engaged. She's not going to read it in a primitive way. This book was given to her as a potential consolation in life. Here, should you need it, should you ever need it, you will find some consolation. Of course, it is assumed that she would never read it, no more than other young girls. But if she does, it would not be primitively. Or she would discover that right there in that book, you find such terrors that in comparison to other terrible things that occur in the world are almost a joke. Yet that is supposed to be Christianity. And of course, the foolishness with Bible societies distributing the New Testament by the million, that too is Christianity. This is how Karl Barth put the situation. Karl Barth is a theologian who was deeply influenced by Kierkegaard. And he said this at the time when East Germany existed. He said, and he claimed, that it was easier to be a Christian in East Germany than in West Germany. Now that's problematic, okay, and puzzling, because in East Germany, Christians were persecuted, they lost their jobs, they were not promoted, they were not given academic positions. And in West Germany, it's very easy to be a Christian. And everybody's a Christian. People put up trees, they put up Christmas lights, and so on. But his point is that if you are a Christian in East Germany, you are truly a Christian in East Germany because you had to make a decision. It was a real decision that affected your life, affected your options. But in West Germany, it was so easy, you're not a Christian at all. Remember, Kierkegaard thinks our lives are too easy, okay? That we have made our lives into jokes. We're going through the motions of life, but we really don't believe what we say, and we have even forgotten that we don't believe. Kierkegaard said, when he died, he wanted his tombstone to read simply, that individual. Kierkegaard wants to be considered an individual because he feels an individual is what's disappearing from our society. Individuals are disappearing. What we have instead is the public, the they. And we are vanishing in this public, or the they. The importance of Kierkegaard is that he has identified something that is disappearing, namely human experience, subjectivity, one's relationship to oneself. For many Christians and many existentialists, Kierkegaard is a person who is identifying the great danger, the great crisis in our culture, the disappearing of the inner life. He wanted to be considered that individual. That was his goal, because he felt the individual was disappearing in our society, disappearing in what he calls the present age. It was replaced by the they, the public, and this public understanding, this impersonal understanding of the world that's destroying subjectivity and our own relationship to ourselves. For Kierkegaard, Christianity, though he lived in Christian Denmark, is no longer real Christianity. In fact, one of his books was called The Attack Upon Christendom. He felt living in a Christian society made it too easy not to be a Christian, ironically. So Kierkegaard's importance is that he has awakened for Christians and for existentialists too, the disappearance of our subjectivity, the disappearance of our relationship to ourselves, and the replacement with it with the they, the public, this sort of group mass mind that has taken over our understanding and our relationships to ourselves and to each other.
This ends Lecture 2. If you borrowed this course from a public library and would like your own copy of the course guide for future reference, call Recorded Books at 1-800-636-3399 and we'll send you a free copy. A shipping charge will apply.